Hey guys, Jason with CV Custom. So, if you guys thought I didn't have enough projects, here we go, one more. This showed up at the shop yesterday. It's a 1967 Camaro, and it's got somewhere around 30,000 miles on it. Original. This thing's actually been in the garage for 41 years. So, it's kind of a, don't want to call it a barn find, because it's been covered up and sitting in the garage. This is seriously something somebody sat on for a long time, and now they want it to run again. We're not, I mean, it's not a restoration. This is, we're going to fix the brakes, and kind of like what we're doing for Sam on the Highboy. We're just going to make it run right. There is a chance we're going to have to pull the engine out and not so much rebuild it, but kind of detune it. You'll see in the next clip where I filmed getting it off the trailer, and we talked to the guy who dropped it off, and he tells us a little bit about it. But basically, this thing was a drag car, or not drag car, maybe street racing car, and it's really hopped up. Now they want it to be a daily driver, but it is the original motor, heads, all that fun stuff. Obviously, intake manifold's different. I think it's got a torquer on it. Also not ideal for a daily driver. So, let's take a look at the car. Again, it's been in the garage for 41 years. Okay guys, we're in the middle of the Edsel, and this thing happened. I guess it's been in a garage for 30 years. We'll get it off the trailer and figure out what's going on. Wow. Yeah, it looks good.
Is it over the concrete?
Yeah. You said it's been in a garage for 30 years?
No, it's been in a garage for 41 years.
41 years. What year?
It's a 1967 Camaro RS SS with a small block. He says it's a 350, looks like a 327 to me. I think he could get either one in 67. He bought it in 1973 for $1,100.
This is an $1,100 car.
It didn't look quite like this. But it was a 5-year-old car when he bought it. Just a used car.
Nice. Well,
And he paid some guru engine builder down in Los Angeles to build a hopped up engine for it, and he used to street race it, and I understand he did pretty well.
street racing, the 67 Camaro.
Yeah, it's got a 10 bolt, 4-speed, it's a M22 rock crusher. It's total 1970s time capsule. It's got Mickey Thompson valve covers, Edelbrock torquer intake, Holley double pumper. It's got a Marantz AM/FM 8-track with Jensen 6x9s in it. This thing used to cruise up and down Van Nuys Boulevard in the 70s.
And we're just gonna tune it up and make it run?
Pretty much. We may have to pull the engine and detune it because it's supposed to have like 12-to-1 compression.
So it might be too hot.
It's got alcohol injection and all this stuff. He just wants to drive it.
So it might be too hot for what he wants. Okay.
But the main thing is to get it running, fix all the rotten rubber parts.
Okay, well let's get it off and
Yeah,
we'll take a better look at the car.
We'll open the hood and look at the interior and all that a little bit later.
Okay guys, so I'm sure the sun is gonna fight me on this, but I'm trying to show you guys this car and how good a condition it is. Now this paint, it's a really neat color of blue, is not original. And it's been raining around here lately, so this is it's just the dust. But I didn't even know that RSSS was a thing. Might need to do some research on it, but that's what we were told. This is an original RSSS, and it's really a beautiful car. So yeah, let's pop the hood. Okay, I put the hood up. I need 2 hands to do it, so the latch is like right under there. I'm not any kind of Camaro expert, but I do build a lot of these engines. So you can see the double hump. So that was accurate. It's got the double hump. Now you can see that intake manifold. That's a torquer. Let's see. Yep, it even says torquer. You can really just tell just by the tower. That's kind of a telltale sign of the torquer. So let's see what else it's got on here. It's got the heads. It looks like the wires were really routed properly, not touching. I mean, this thing was ready to race. Something kind of funny, they were racing it with that mechanical fan. They were losing horsepower anyways. I mean, a clutch fan would have worked much better. It is super simple though. No power steering, no power brakes, nothing to really rob power from it if you're going to race. This is whatever kind of injection they had. He said, oh, I can't remember, propane or something maybe, I don't know, water. I mean, it's going away, whatever it was, but they were definitely shooting something in there. Yeah, like I said, there's a chance we got to pull the engine out just to get that right. Our goal for this build, this doesn't even feel bad, but we know it's been setting for 41 years. So we're just going to go through and change hoses, fuel lines. You know, heater hose does look pretty rough. This guy he drained the oil, he drained the water, everything to make this thing actually hold up while it was waiting. We'll probably do the same thing, have the radiator checked, have the fuel tank checked. We'll replace the rubber hoses, but not the steel line on the fuel, because we can just clean that if there's any kind of contaminants. But yeah, this is something else. All right, let's take a look inside the car. So I just opened the door. Look at this thing. Sorry about the sun, you guys. It's gonna bug me. All the SS badges were pulled off the car, but the button's still there. Oh, wow. I said 30,000. This thing's got 15,000 original miles. This is nuts. This is such a nice car. Let's see what kind of 8 tracks we got over here. Okay. I think they like the Beach Boys. Look at these gauges, vintage aftermarket stuff, I would think. And the center console, that might be stock, but I'm pretty sure that's aftermarket. We do have a stick. He said it's a rock crusher. Now, we haven't got underneath it yet to confirm everything, but if this is a true numbers matching car, this thing's insane. This thing might be worth too much money to be at my shop. I'm just playing. It'll be fine. But man, what a beautiful car. Okay guys, another thing I want to take a look at is the wheels they got on this thing. They are American racing wheels. Super cool, and they're old school vintage. I mean, just look at the tires. The tires are still holding up. Now, I would not want to take it on the road like that, and you can see it was flat before it was picked up. They aired it up, so they weren't holding air, but they're holding air right now, and that is super cool. So yeah, we got our work cut out on this one, guys. Okay guys, so that is that's the Camaro. For this car, there's a few things we got to be careful of. We don't want to hurt the value of the car because it is so original. We can't change a whole lot of things. Brake lines, fuel lines, things like that, not a big deal. Radiator hoses, all important. Of course, a battery. It's important to keep the car kind of the way it is. If we do have to detune it, I mean, that's just us pulling off an aftermarket part and putting back something on that's more factory. Not a big deal. And then if we did something like a sniper fuel injection like we're doing on some of the other stuff, we still want to keep the carburetor, especially if the carburetor is the original carburetor for the car. I don't know. It looked like a Holley double pumper. So just more things we got to kind of look at. This is a very cool car. If it is an RSSS, which was what we were told, I didn't know anything about them. That also makes it pretty rare. These are pretty sought after cars, so we're gonna be careful on it. You guys want to watch this build and how we get this thing running and all that fun stuff. We're gonna obviously put rubber on it. Can't get away from that. By rubber, I mean tires, for some of you guys who don't understand that. But it's gonna be a daily driver now. That's the idea for this car. and it's worth daily driving. So if you like it, subscribe, watch the videos. Man, we've got so many different videos coming. Trying to keep up, guys. Doing my best. See you on the next video.